From the moment Jackie Mason came on my show, I laughed, the audience laughed. He was a rare one, that fella. And even through his terrible fight with Ed Sullivan and was banned from the Sullivan Show, we didn't, we weren't influenced by that at all. We kept booking him because he made the audience roar and is continuing to do so to this day.
How do you do? It's certainly a pleasure to have me back here again.
It's all of that. It's all of that.
Why
Boy,
not?
am I glad that election's over, because I remember the night that you announced your candidacy for mayor on this show. How many votes did you get?
I tell you the truth, I was too busy thinking about why they're not voting for me to count.
Yeah.
So I didn't count my votes, but I'll be very honest with you. I'm very happy with the election. And I say whether you like the man or not.
Yeah.
Proves only one thing,
What does it prove?
that nobody asks your opinion.
Yes.
Let's be honest about it. Whoever gets more votes wins. It's not for me to offer an opinion. I don't really believe that...
Oops.
Thanks a lot. Today I noticed Lindsay is a big hero to everybody. And even the people that didn't vote for him are all saying he's great. Only yesterday they would have said, Lindsay. Today they say, boy, I always knew he was brilliant.
Sure.
Oh, this is let's be honest about it. He might be a great
You've
man.
said that 3 times. I haven't opened my mouth to be honest about anything.
But I'm honest. I have to remind people, not everybody knows that I'm an honest person. They're used to listening to you, and they think I'm the same way.
Well, then why don't you say, why don't I be honest? Don't include me with your dishonesty.
Getting a little belligerent for a guy that you have to work so cheap for, I'll tell you that.
Oh, are we paying you now?
For $200, I don't mind. For $7,000, they told
Little
me
more
where
than
to go.
that. Little more than that.
Who?
$265.
Oh, that's right.
You can buy a lot for $265.
How much?
Huh? What can you buy for $265?
Help out. Look how he's running for help already.
You can buy a lot for $265.
That's right. I'll let you finish that.
Yeah.
Go
You must be.
He knows what to change the
I
subject.
mean, here's a bachelor, works every night. You work 365 days a week, don't you? I mean, a month, a year. How many?
Yeah.
365.
I hardly ever work days. I work nights all the time. Because I don't want to get involved in the campaign because I don't think it's for me to talk politics. I'm giving up this country. I'm going to Russia. What are you laughing at? It's the only place in the world where they're not worried about communism.
Son of a gun.
That's not bad. 1 out of 7. And I found this. I just wanted to make one comment when I was talking about Lindsay. It's not that I have anything against him. But I think that one of the reasons a person gets elected is not necessarily because people want him or know what he stands for. There's a certain image you project, and it's through a projection of an image that you become elected. I remember that, for instance, when Mayor Wagner was elected, and I think he's a great mayor. He's done a lot for the city. Well, I can't think of it. Well, he proved something in the mayoralty. He proved, for instance, every mayor here accomplished something. Walker proved that you could make a fortune being mayor. LaGuardia proved that you could spend a lifetime being mayor. And then Wagner proved that we don't need a mayor. No. As a matter of fact, I think Wagner was a very effective mayor, but I think Lindsay will be brilliant because he has a whole new approach to the problems.
What is that?
I don't know yet.
Oh.
I haven't seen him do anything. But he's been a very, very effective congressman. In the Congress, I'm sure you all know what he did.
What?
I don't know.
You're not very well informed, are you?
But I'll
Jake?
tell you this. You take away his fancy shoulders and his good-looking face, and what do you got? A-beam? No, the truth of the matter is that...
I don't want to say
He sees...
this show is powerful or anything, Jackie,
Yes.
but you did notice he was on here a week ago with you.
I did. I think...
I interviewed him.
Yes.
And Beam didn't come on.
And?
I don't want to claim that.
Well, maybe he doesn't work so cheap. And what happened during the interview?
Huh?
When you interviewed Lindsay, what happened?
He answered every question I threw at him.
He did?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. It's easier to answer questions than to do something about
Right.
it.
Well, now that the race is over, what big issues can you speak out on?
Well, I really feel that we have major issues in this city that have never been concealed from the public and have never been solved in any way by any mayor, regardless of how effective they were.
But we've heard them all. Crime in the streets, parking,
Well,
traffic,
we could
water.
I think Lindsay will do something about the crime in the streets.
What's he going to do?
He just announced that he'll put 500, how many? 500 more cops in the streets. Now we'll all get killed in the subways.
Either that or we're each going to have our own personal cop.
No, he said he won't see any crime in the streets of New York City, and I believe him. He moved to Connecticut. And I think he's really going to do something about it. He said that after 12 o'clock midnight, from now on, he'll make sure there's no crime in the subways either. He has a new solution for that. He's going to close them at 11:30.
Yeah. Hey, you want to take questions from the audience?
Why not?
Huh?
I'm not that busy.
Good. He does this very well. You fire anything at him. A gun, preferably.
Do I think nepotism has a place in politics? Listen, I don't know nepotism, mister. Are you Mr. Nepotism? You got no place even here. Get on. Nepotism have a place in politics? Of course not. What's nepotism? It's not important. Next. Look how popular I became. Wait. Oh, I think... What?
How's Arthur's back?
How's Arthur's back? He's got trouble with his back? Your front don't look so hot to me. No, listen, mister. Okay, take another chance. It's just that I don't like it. What's that?
Why should a person get married?
At what age should a person get married? I hope this is not a proposal. I say a person should get married at the age of 90. That's the best way. This way, if it don't work out so hot, how long can it last? By the time you come for the divorce, the wedding is over. I'm doing good. Next. What's that?
I want you to make a girl happy. Stay single.
I'll make you happy. Keep your mouth shut. I think you're very right. I think I'm glad that you mentioned that. Are you single too, miss? You are. I knew you weren't too popular with such a big mouth. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because I think you're right, and I mean this in all sincerity. That's right, and I think you should stay single for the same reason. No, I don't mean to insult you, but I'm glad I did it. What I'm trying to say is this. If more people who don't belong married and shouldn't be married and have nothing to offer marriage and know sincerely that they're not really... Wait, don't get nervous. I almost got it out. I think people get married that shouldn't because they're not sure if they want the responsibility of it, but they get married because it's institutional. It's a basic system in our society to get married, and people do without thinking if they should or if they want to. First, examine yourself and your own conscience. Mister, examine yourself. Well, I examined you already. You should sit with this guy over there.
Their draft cards.
The people who are burning they're not people. First of all, they're animals. And I really think that that's no excuse. In a democracy, we have a right of protest. But we don't have a right to choose our own way of life, regardless of its defiance of law and order, and regardless of its defiance of the system. What if they had a law that you're not allowed to park a car in the middle of a subway station? That's an idea. That's a good place to park a car. I just thought of it. Write that down.
I'll write it.
What else? Next.
When are you going to have Ed Sullivan as a house guest?
As soon as I want to burn the building. No, that's terrible to say. I would be glad to invite him as a house guest right now. He may not want me on his show, but I want him in my house. I really do. And I'd like to have him in my house when I'm on his show on television. Let him watch it. I have the highest regard for Ed Sullivan, and I hope nobody thinks that I have it, that it's a personal vendetta. So God bless him. I wish him the best of everything. I wish him so much the best of everything that I sincerely hope that he could even have me on his show again. What's that?
Do you think a man should wear a tie?
Should a man wear a tie? You mean just a tie? He should wear a tie, but he shouldn't take his pants off. The other clothes, why not? Who else?
Do you believe in extrasensory perception?
Extrasensory perception, do I believe in it? It's a funny thing, I was just going to ask you the same question. Yes, I believe in it. Do I advocate nudism? For who? For me or for you? I think it depends on who. For me, not so fantastic. For Elizabeth Taylor, perfect. For Richard Burton, I'm also against it. Thanks. What do I think of Pop Art? Pop Art I don't like. Mom Art I like. Pop Art I met last week. He's a vicious person. You sit with the guy that asked about nepotism. Next. My favorite TV show? The one that pays the most money. Is As a matter of fact, this is my favorite TV show. And don't think I say it for any ulterior purpose. I say it for only one reason, because I'm here right now. No, I really think that this is the only kind of a TV show where you could be yourself, where you can express yourself, where people aren't premeditated and prepared with every line and every word, and that people are frank and bold about the significance of what they think. And I think that's what's wrong with
Your
television.
time's up, Jack. I'm on.
This is the show I don't like. This is the right show. Ed Sullivan is the show. What else did you want to say?
Are you married?
Am I married? Only guys ask me that. I can't. I expected him to ask me that question. He walked in like this. He's always asking me if I'm married. What if I come home, there he is. Stay out of my house.
What do you think about gold leaving this country?
Gold? Which gold? Irving gold? I think that's an unfortunate thing that the gold is leaving this country to the extent. The devaluation of the dollar is one of the great problems, and the currency problem is one of the great problems. Do you know that because of the balance of payments that we're having trouble with, and because of we're now having even trouble with silver? Do you know that? The quarter has now become copper. The dime has now become tin. We're the richest country in the world. We got no gold and we got no silver. That's the truth. Well, all we got is copper. And you walk over to copper, you got to give them gold, and you make a living. Next question. I don't know anything about that. What's that?
When are you doing a Broadway show?
When am I doing a Broadway show? I'm doing a Broadway show. Corner Delancey. As a matter of fact, I tried to do a Broadway show. I manufactured my own play. I produced it. I had a director direct it. I hired a staff to work in it. I involved myself with $40,000 of expenses. And I tried it out in Paramus, New Jersey. And it took 15 minutes to stink the joint out. And that's where I'm back where I'm started from, working for $200.
Very good, Jack. Time's up.